Hi there. In this video we'll be covering Write My Own Book. Your story matters, and sharing it matters too. Getting your book out there is such an awesome feeling, but you need to write and finish it first. Stay tuned for some insights and motivation to help keep you on track. By the end of this video, you'll learn the importance of having a unique message, some tips for building a strong foundation for your book, and why tapping into your purpose is critical. And stay tuned until the end of the video for an opportunity I really think you're going to enjoy. Let's dive in. The first lesson I want to share with you is that you should write your book. Everyone has a story. One of my editors from my newspaper days told us that, and it was so hokey. Everyone has a story. We have a column about it, and it was kind of ridiculous. But at the same time, it's a good message. Everyone does have a story. Your story matters in some capacity for somebody out there. Somebody can learn a lesson from your message and your story. Depriving them of that opportunity is a disappointment for you and for them. You know, your story really does matter. And I want you to think about it in those terms. There's somebody out there who could benefit from hearing your lesson and your message. At this point, I've written or ghostwritten about 40 books. And when I come across a new book topic, a new book project, I really think about the outcomes, and then I can reverse engineer it. What are the outcomes that you want to accomplish from writing your book? What are the things that you want to unlock? What are the things that you want to accomplish for yourself? If you can really tap into all those things, you know, and figure out what you want to accomplish, then you can accordingly figure out what book you want to write to accomplish those goals. You want to write a book about football, for example, if you want to be a music star. Those two things are not related. You know, you want to write a book that's going to help you accomplish your goals. So you really need to start with the end in mind and then work backwards. I also want you to think about your ability to get this message out, your ability to tell this story. Why you? Why specifically you? You know, I struggled with this when I wrote a book about a baseball player named Ken Caminiti. I didn't know Ken. I wasn't related to him. I never crossed paths with him. I wish I had. He was an awesome guy. He had passed away, and I was just compelled by his story, you know. My father had passed away when I was pretty young, and I don't know, I was just drawn into Ken's story as a fan. I was drawn into Ken's story as a journalist. I just felt like this connection, you know, and I don't know, I just couldn't get it out of my mind, and I just pushed forward and kept interviewing people. I interviewed 400 people for that book, and every single person I interviewed, they asked me, what's your connection to the story? It's like, I am a baseball fan that's super interested in this story. I don't know. I can't explain it. I'm just super interested in it. What is your story and what makes you uniquely qualified for writing the book that you're working on? You need to be able to answer that, at least to yourself, you know? Why you? And there might be a really good reason. I just want you to tap into that, because understanding that is going to make this so much easier. It's going to help, you know, give you the right frame of reference as you're writing. Why you? It's an empowering thing. Why not you? Why not you to write this book? But you need to figure out why that is. You know, why it is that you're writing the book. What do you want to accomplish from it? Why you specifically were drawn to it? What in your background makes you qualified? You know, if you are a collaboration expert and you've spent decades in this space, there it is. That's pretty easy to clarify. You know, if you had a personal experience that drew you into this, that's something else too. You know, there's so many different levers that you need to pull, but it's really so important to understand why you specifically are the perfect person to write this book. Once you have this topic figured out, you know, once you have the outcome that you want to accomplish, I want you to think about the foundation of the book and the plan that you have to get it written and finished. Because if you don't have good plans in place and you don't have good habits in place, you're probably not going to finish the book. It's going to sit there. It's going to take up space on a, you know, computer desktop in a folder somewhere. It's going to take up space on a shelf in your office. You're not going to finish the book if you don't have the proper motivation, the plans, and the habits. If those things are missing, kiss it goodbye. I don't want you to do that. I want you to keep going because I think you have a great story in you. I want you to believe in this thing, and I want you to find a way to work past the obstacles that get in the way for you. I have this big surge of energy and then I pull back, I lose momentum. If I get too busy and I don't make progress, whatever it is, find a way to get past it. Cut out distractions, make a little bit of progress every single day or every single week. Understand your habits, understand where other projects failed and where other projects succeeded, and follow those good habits. Make good habits around the writing. Spend 10 minutes a day doing a writing sprint, writing as much as you can in 10 minutes, then walking away. Instead of thinking I need 2 hours to write the book, 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 minutes. If you can focus, if you can cut out distractions, if you can put your phone away a little bit so you're not constantly being bombarded by alerts and notifications, you can get a lot of writing done in a little bit of time, even if it's just a little bit every day. But it's really so focused on building good habits, having a plan in place, and really carrying that forward. When I think about writing a book, writing my own book, I think about purpose. I think about the underlying reason that's driving me to want to write this thing. You want the juice to be worth the squeeze. Writing a book is super hard, so you have to have a good reason to want to keep going, otherwise you're going to want to give up. Think about the hardest things you've done in your life. Think about the things that have really been a struggle for you. Those are the things that really teach you something about yourself. I think this book has the potential to teach you so much about yourself as well. There's so much internally, healing-wise, growth-wise, momentum-wise, that can come out of a book, but you really need to understand yourself and understand, tap into your truth, tap into who you are, tap into your message, tap into your being, tap into your purpose for being here, your purpose for telling this story. You are uniquely qualified to share this specific story with the world, so you better choose a really good story. And choose something that really drives you. You don't want to write something that's going to feel like a chore. Oh, I have to write this. No, you want to be excited that you can't wait to spend the time to do the work. And this is about work. This is about making progress, building momentum, and being excited about something that could feel like a chore. Because if it feels like a chore, you're going to want to give up. You don't want it to feel like a chore. You want to be excited about this. So pick a topic that matters. Figure out why you want to do this thing, and do it. And it's going to be so awesome when you do. If you want to learn more about Write My Own Book, I created a writing accountability course, my Good Book Accountability course, that I'd love for you to check out. It's at goodbookmastery.com. You can click the link below and check it out. The course meets weekly over Zoom, and it's just so exciting to be able to have that group setting, to build momentum together, to make progress together, and to offer this avenue for connection and offer this avenue for communication and resources and insight. There's so many things that you probably don't know about book writing. I'd love to share with you. And from writing and ghostwriting 40 books myself, there's so much I want to share. And I just want to make sure that these resources are available for you so you can write the best book possible. Remember, a good book can change your life. I'm Dan Good. Thanks for watching.